This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first two guests today are both from Hope Shores Alliance. I have Janine Kautz and Natalie Francis. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So good to have you here.
Thank you.
And I think I'm going to start with you, Natalie, shake things up a little bit.
All right.
You have a wonderful group of bikers who have been so supportive for years and years and years for Hope Shores Alliance, and they're coming back again this year.
Yes, they are. The Biker Coalition of Alpena. And we have a wonderful fundraiser. This year it's going to be a little bit different. Normally they do it on the Blessing of the Bikes, which is done in Hillman, but this year we're doing it on May 11th, Saturday, May 11th, and it's going to be Alpena based.
Ooh.
And it will be done in Eagle Supply parking lot.
Okay.
So you can start registration there at 9 a.m. if you'd like to go on the scavenger hunt. But regardless, if you'd like to just come and have your bike blessed, that will be done at 11 o'clock, and that is free to anyone who would like to come.
You know, it's a wonderful location right there in Chisholm Street where everyone can see the bikes and, you know, get awareness that it's biking season again.
Right.
You know, please be cautious. Plus the fact that they're raising funds to help your wonderful organization.
Right, yes. It's just it's going to be a really great day. Hopefully we'll get some nice sunshine. It'll be warm, and if you do register, there's going to be a scavenger hunt involved that will go from 4 to 6. And then after that, we'll have a meal, and that will be from 5 to 7. And during that time, there'll also be a silent auction and a small bike show. So
okay.
We're very excited about this event. We're excited that it's going to be Alpena based. So please tell your friends, and hope to see everybody there.
Okay. And Janine, some of the money that'll be raised for this goes to support wonderful things that the staff at Shelter does. And April is actually Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and you have a really neat theme this year, and it's called I Ask.
Yeah, it's the 18th anniversary of Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Every year there's a theme. This year is I Ask. So what we're hoping to really focus on this month is getting into the community, educating on consent, what that means.
And I know last time you were here, you talked about dating violence, and how did that whole campaign go?
Well, there wasn't as much school as we would have liked in February.
Good point.
So without students, it was impacted. That
Sure.
definitely impacted how much we were able to do.
Okay, well, we won't have that problem anymore. I'm going to say it. So what is consent?
It's tough. When we talk about consent, those of us who are a little bit older, we remember no means no, and that got changed to yes means yes, and we're striking all of that. Consent is a conversation. It is not just somebody saying yes or agreeing, but it means that they're openly able to. They know that it's safe to say no. It's a lot more focused on power, control, acknowledging what you're bringing into the relationship, and it's about enthusiasm.
Okay, and the next one I like is when and how to ask for consent, because that would be something, you know, kind of not just something you just have a conversation about. So how do you do that?
So I think when we talk about sexual assault, I think sometimes people are more uncomfortable with the sexual part than the assault part. Because if you wanted to borrow my cell phone, you would know exactly how to do that. And if I let you borrow my cell phone last Tuesday, you wouldn't think that you could just pick up my cell phone anytime you want.
True.
If you were sleeping, I couldn't just take your cell phone. We know these things. It's just as kind of societally, when it comes to the sexual part, we get a little bit uncomfortable having these conversations.
So you help them walk through that, get some ideas, and things that are consent and are not consent.
Yeah, when we talk about Sexual Assault Awareness Month, we've had prevention as possible. The idea is we're going to end sexual assault when everybody gets on board. This isn't a women's issue. This isn't a conversation only parents should be having with children. This is a conversation that everybody should be having. End of the day, our communities are going to be safe for the public, or they're going to be safe for abusers.
And it said, what is not consent? Your partner may tell you no, but that doesn't mean they're saying yes. And if someone says, I guess, or unsure, they're likely communicating they really don't want to do what you're asking them to do?
Sure. So I think on a certain level, we understand power dynamics in relationships. There are laws that say correction officers can engage in sexual relationships with prisoners, and teachers can't have affairs with students. We understand minors and age. Those are the topics we understand. But there are all sorts of things that power and privilege we bring into relationships. It's important, if you have a concern and you're feeling like, I don't think I understand how to engage sexually anymore, I don't understand consent, just think about, would this person say yes if I wasn't blank, if I wasn't, if they weren't staying in my home, that they were homeless, if I wasn't sponsoring them, if I wasn't coaching them. Think about that power you have and have a conversation.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to jump back to you, Natalie. I saw something in the paper recently about seconds on thirds.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Okay, that's our store in Rogers City. It's a thrift store. We always need donations. We appreciate donations. It's our largest unrestricted funds that come into Hope Shores Alliance. So that is huge. Also need volunteers there all the time. The store is run completely on volunteers except for 2 paid staff. So it is the place to be in Rogers City. Always busy, sales every day. So furniture, glassware, cooking stuff, clothes, anything you can think of, you will find it there.
And
So-
you have some wonderful supporters that donate some pretty wonderful items
We do.
there. I've seen Coach purses there
Yes.
before.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. We had somebody last week while I was there that brought in brand new men's stuff that you wouldn't believe. Hunting gear, boots, coats, just rain gear, I mean, just brand new. So,
Wonderful.
I mean, if you have not been there, please go and check it out. It is just, honestly, a wonderful place.
And if they want to bring the donations to you in Alpena, if they have some good donations, they could do that. And what would be the number to call you at?
That number would be, Janine?
356-6265.
That would be it.
And please look up Hope Shores Alliance on all of our social media platforms.
Yes.
There's always information. Twitter, we're always talking
Right.
about the thrift store and what events are going to be happening. So check us out.
Okay, and 356-6265 is a number that you can call in Alpena. But you have so much more going on than we have time to talk about today. So I encourage people to check you out on Facebook and check out your websites and, you know, join some of the wonderful things that are happening in our community via Hope Shores Alliance.
And thank
Right.
you for wearing teal.
No
Yes.
problem. I'll talk to you folks next month.
All right,
Thank you.
Please stay tuned. I'll be right back with some guests from Huron Humane Society following these messages. Hi, welcome back. I'm with Paige Hamilton and Cindy Johnson, both from Huron Humane Society. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Nancy.
Good to have you here. And Paige, as we were talking before we went on the air, I've had occasion to be out to the Humane Society recently. That is like the cleanest place in town.
Yeah, thank you. We've been trying really, really hard to keep it that way, and we've gotten lots of compliments on how it looks, and we feel a lot better with it cutting down disease and all that stuff.
You know, the windows, the floors, the walls, there's just the shelves. It's just from top to bottom, it's just pristine and clean, and it smells wonderful.
Yeah.
And I know that's thanks to your good staff and
Yep,
volunteers
our
that you have coming
yep,
in there.
Yep.
And Cindy, when I was there the other day, just a couple people just showed up and just came in to volunteer. It was a little awkward at first because you had to find something for them to do, but do you welcome people just to stop by?
We do, every single day. If they want to pop in, have an hour to give us, we'll take it. We have, and it might be something different every time they come in that we need done, but we have a lot to do.
Well, I know there was one girl there who took her spring break and came in a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, and she just played with the cats. And she loved, and she walked the dogs, and then she'd go back to the cats again. And I just said, wow, you're giving up your spring break, and it was like, it was nothing. She was so excited to do it.
Yeah, and the animals need that.
Oh, they
Sometimes
do.
when staff gets busy, you know, you're so busy taking care of everything you need to take care of. Taking the time to walk and pet and stuff, sometimes
Just socialize with them, yeah.
Oh,
goes
yeah.
to, so we appreciate when people come in and spend time with the animals.
And you can see the difference in an animal that's been there for 1 day or one that's been there for 5 days, and it's because of the socialization. Their
Yeah.
pens are cleaned every day, so someone's taking them out and petting them and then putting them in the big playroom, and then at the end of the night they go back in a really nice, safe, secure, clean cage with food and treats for the evening. And you know, you can just tell the difference how they react from the first day to the 3rd or 4th
Oh,
day.
absolutely, absolutely.
That is true.
Okay, so you've got a couple events, Cindy.
Yes, we do. We have, next 2 months are going to be really busy for the Huron Humane Society. We have 2 events coming up, and they kind of go hand in hand. We have, and these are both going to be held at the Figurehead Salon.
Okay.
So on April 8th, the Figurehead Salon is doing haircuts. There's 4 people that will be cutting hair throughout the day for $25 a haircut. And all of those proceeds go to the Huron Humane Society. So you can either message us through our Facebook page and we'll make an appointment, or call the shelter at 356-4794 to schedule your appointment for that event. Inside the Figurehead Salon is a feral cat tattoo studio run by Troy. He is doing that whole week. So from the 8th to the end of the week, Paws for Cause. So he will take your pet's paws and tattoo it on you. And he has many variations. He does fantastic work. You can stop in there, he can give you ideas, but if you make a $25 deposit, he will schedule your appointment. And he is going to do that all week for us. So $25 of the $50 that it will cost you for your tattoo will go directly to the Huron Humane Society. We can't thank them enough.
No.
Yeah.
And the big event we want to talk about.
The big event, I have to turn over my notes,
That's good,
of
the
course,
gala.
is the gala is coming. The gala this year, we've moved it out into hopefully some warmer weather.
Yes.
May 10th, it's on a Friday this year instead of Saturday. Our presenting sponsor is Cliff Anschutz Chevrolet, and we can't thank them enough for sponsoring the event this year. It'll be held at Fletcher Street Depot. We will go back to a sit-down dinner. We tried something different last year, and we're going back to a sit-down dinner. So you'll get your buffet, sit-down dinner, be live and silent auction. We'll have an auctioneer. Tickets just went to print yesterday. We will have, and so some of that information will be coming out on our Facebook page and on our web page. But the tickets will be available soon, but we're also going to have online ticket sales, and that information is coming too. So you actually don't have to go out anywhere to get a ticket. You can go online and purchase one. And we have some really good items coming in already. As You Wish is going to have Kevin Peterson cook you a dinner at the Thunder Bay Winery, and Thunder Bay Winery will donate to the wine. These items are really popular when you can get a local chef to do it. So that'll be on the auction block, and I don't know if anyone knows Rich Ryder. Locally, he's an artist, and he has painted 2 paintings for us that hang in the shelter. One is of a cat and one is of a dog. And they're absolutely fantastic. So we will have a blank canvas on the auction block, and Rich is donating his talent to paint probably your pet, if that's what you want. If not, anything that you wish, but that will be on the auction block, and you will be just amazed with his work. And we'll be sharing his work and showing pictures of his talent. So that will be Carl Ball from Ball Tire. He has donated the mother of massage chairs. I'm telling you, this thing is, I cannot tell you, it is an anti-gravity. It massages from the top all the way down. This thing is, oh my gosh. We said if we can maybe get out of the chair to do something to get ready for the gala, it will be wonderful. But so we have that. Craig Frogat, I'm sorry, is going to make a couple of Adirondack chairs with a fire pit. Corey Code from Harborside Tint is going to make a cornhole set, and he has done that for us before, and he does absolutely fantastic work. But those are some of the things that we have coming in. We have more, but those are a few. We're going to be out getting more donations.
So if anyone has something, a talent or something, please call.
Please call, and we have many opportunities for sponsorships too at the event. You can sponsor a table. And all of that information will be on our Facebook page and our website. So there you can donate from $15 up to $500 in sponsorships. So that's an opportunity.
And Paige, just real quickly, we have about 2 minutes left. What are some items that you use that people could donate items?
We are always looking for dish soap, bleach, even paper towels. I mean, your time, of course, is always valued. Food, litter, and really anything, those towels, blankets, sheets. We always have people, bringing that stuff in. I mean, even if you don't use them anymore, feel free to bring them in instead of throwing them out. We will always take that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Laundry soap.
Yes,
Laundry soap, yep.
Use a lot of
Definitely
soap.
laundry soap, yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of bleach. Use a lot
Yep.
of bleach. And
Yep.
gloves. You use gloves. Just
Gloves, yep.
just about anything you'd use at home, you can
Yep,
basically
yes.
use there.
Yeah.
And we can always use wet cat and dog food. That's we're
Okay.
constantly searching for that. so.
Okay, wet and, yeah, that's good because I know you give it to them every day, so.
Yeah, we
Okay. Well, thank you both very much for
thank you
being
for having
here,
us.
and I'll look forward to coming out and seeing the new animals.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster. I'm president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to welcome a special guest this morning, Musa Kaba, ACC student, participant in a very funny play, and originally from Liberia in Africa. Welcome, Musa.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mark Maxwell.
Yes. Well, I went to see the play last night.
Yeah.
Check, please. And
Yeah.
You had a role in it.
Yeah, actually, that's actually my first play. I've never done acting before, and I've never been on stage to act before. And then, so I'm in the Language Society, which is being directed by Dr. Washak.
Yeah.
And then they were doing like rehearsal, and then during the audition, she saw me. She's like, "Do you want to audition?" I'm like, "I have no idea what's going on here." And then she's like, "Well, just come and try." And then I did the audition. She's like, "Well, you did pretty well." So I had a part in the play, and we've been doing rehearsal for the past months, and yeah, it's been fun so far.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm doing engineering, so I have nothing to do with IT, but I mean, it's fun being in a play. Yeah.
Wonderful. And you do a great job, and you have a very funny role.
Thank you.
And are you enjoying and having fun with this experience?
Oh yeah, that's a very good experience for me, because like for me, coming from the background where I come from, we had a civil war in Liberia, and then so after the war, and we started school. So I was not actually born in my home country. I was born in a foreign land because of, we had a civil war in Liberia at the time. And then so when I came back to Liberia, I had this opportunity like with a scholarship from the U.S. government. It's called the Kennedy Lugar Youth Exchange and Study Program. And then so I had a chance to come to the U.S. and actually graduate from high school here, like 1 year. It was 1 year exchange program. And luckily for me, I was placed in Alpena.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so I went to Alpena High School for like 10 months and then returned back home. And that experience changed my entire life. It encouraged me to be more involved in my community, to take part into things that are making life-changing decisions, and also to encourage my peers, like young people, to be involved in the community. And it's been a fun experience so far. And so, luckily for me, I also, got a chance to come to ACC and complete my study. And I'm here studying electrical system technology, which is a very good program so far. And I really liked it.
Wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
what a great story.
Yeah.
And we're glad to have you.
Yeah, thank you.
So the electrical systems technology, for those folks who don't know it, is a 4-year bachelor's degree. The only one we offer, but it's a unique thing.
Yeah.
Hard curriculum, I understand.
It is. And I mean, I like in challenging classes most of the time, because I grew up being like good in the sciences and mathematics. So I've already done Calculus 1 and it was really good. And I mean, I like all the program and everything that they offer in the program is really fun. Like I get to do a lot of programming classes, like PLC programming and C++, and those are very fun classes that I'm doing. And also like this semester, I'm actually doing tutoring in chemistry, physics, and math, and that's been very fun. Because like for me, English is like my third language. I'm not native English speaker. So my mom speaks Loma, it's a Liberian tribe, and then my dad speaks Madingo. That's like a language that is spoken like most of the countries in West Africa. So I speak Madingo primarily, and then Loma next, and then English. So like doing tutoring, it helps me improve my English, and so that's been a fun experience so far.
That proves the point that you learn the material best when you teach it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wow. So there was a bunch of stuff in there that was interesting to me. You had referenced calculus being a course that you've sailed through. That's what I completed calculus. That's what made me an English major. I thought it was pretty hard.
Yeah, I like calculus, especially with Mr. Kerry. Mr. Kerry is a very good teacher. I like his class. Yeah, I had calculus last semester, and that was kind of funny because when I came here, you know, when I met my my advisor, Mr. Lewis.
Yes.
He told me like, well, do you want to do pre-calc or maybe like some lower level math class? I'm like, no, I did pre-calc during my high school year. So, and then because I went to, I attended college back in Liberia for like 1 year. And then because I was kind of like, okay, I think I want to go back to Alpena, you know, and then people were like, what do you want? My friends from here, they're like, oh, Musa, you going to come back? I'm like, yeah, they were so happy. So I'm like, okay, I want to do calculus 1. But they're like, oh, well, I'm not sure if I want to put you in calculus 1. I don't want you to do bad. I'm like, okay. So he's like, okay, just get into calculus 1. If you do well, all right. If you don't do well, then you can repeat. And I had A in calculus 1. He's like, oh, well, I don't know why I was doubting you. Yeah. So that was fun.
Well, Mr. Lewis is one of our finest teachers. There's no question.
I like him. I have him this semester for AC and DC fundamentals, and it's just fabulous. I like him, yeah.
So what do you hope to do with this credential? Would you like to go back to Liberia and apply it in some way?
Yeah, so Liberia is like, it's a very, you know, poor country. It's a third world country. So we don't have enough electricity. And the nation's only electricity company is called Liberia Electricity Corporation. However, they only serve like not quite 20% of the population. And they only serve like in cities. So they serve for like 6 hours a day. So electricity is not stable. It's like off and on. And so I wish, like I hoped after completing my studies, I can go back home and actually have a job with a company and then try to improve some things, and maybe I can be a very good help.
Wonderful. What a noble idea.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the plan. Yeah. So how much more school do you have? We got about 30 seconds left.
Oh, so yeah, I still have like 3 more years because this is my second semester.
Sure.
So after this one, I still have 3 more years before completing it.
Musa, we're delighted to have you with us and have your presence on our campus. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Look forward to your future success. Great work on the play. Thank you. And thank you, folks, for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.